Thanks, Laksh. Can everybody hear me? Up if you can hear me. Yeah? Okay, great. So coming to you from Mount Shasta, driving up today from Los Angeles, and I just wanted to take a minute to thank everybody who made all of the, over 85 apps and really drove this political revolution. And I'm really excited to see the future of this because I really do believe that this is the future. And, for those who worked with the campaign, for me, it became apparent that the grassroots for the first time really took on the establishment. We know that the campaign, had its challenges, but really the victory, I think, was ours. So for those who don't know me, I created a group called Bernie's Avengers in January to support the campaign with national music acts and speakers, strategies. We did a lot of cool stuff, lobbied superdelegates. We threw a little party for George Clooney and Hillary Clinton, where we threw some money up in the air. I don't know if you guys saw that. We've, also produced the Climate Revolution is Up to Us event at the DNC, in Philadelphia. And we are continuing on. The Bernie's Avengers is continuing on. And I also created that as a container for the surrogates to be able to keep working together. Currently, I also want to give a big shout out to everyone who stood in solidarity with the Dakota Access Pipeline. And today was an enormous victory for our movement. It was a victory for the indigenous frontline activists, but definitely our movement had a strong presence. So having said that, I'm also very grateful to Rappy and to Pat Shea, who we're coming together to put together RevHub or Revolution Hub. It's based on some concepts. I've been coalition building since 2008, organizing global events and working with social activist coalitions. And so I've been workshopping some of the ideas for many years of how to create tools for social activist coalitions to work together. So with that, let me see if I can pull this up. Hopefully this works. So essentially, RevHub is a platform which is going to allow us to do a few important things. Ultimately, as a movement, we're at a really critical point, and the main priorities right now are to, number one, curate the narrative, organize the organizers, and message the movement. So
okay.
Are we okay?
Yeah, I think we're okay.
Okay, could you hear me while I was doing the?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, great. So so basically, we're at a really critical stage as a movement. The movement is happening. The Dakota Access Pipeline proves that. But I believe as we get more and more organized, what is possible right now is what took months to come together to organize, I believe we can achieve in a couple days. The concept Pat and I came up with on the night of Cersei Lannister's coronation during the DNC, Cersei Clinton, for you Game of Thrones fans. And instead of getting despondent about that day, we did is we workshopped and put together the wireframes for this Revolution Hub, which essentially it's based on the onboarding process for every Bernie supporter. Starting with the low-hanging fruit. Generally, how it worked is, people watch videos. They watch more videos. They watch more videos. They watch more videos. They fall in love with Bernie. Then they start reading blog content. Then they go into Reddit threads, and then maybe they get more interested and they attend live events, and then they become volunteers, and then become super volunteers and become organizers, and so on and so forth. So this is really an onboarding process for that, where we do start with the low-hanging fruit in terms of aggregating. Basically, we're going to be starting with aggregating video content. So here initially are the buckets. We have watch, read, discuss, attend, volunteer, organize, and connect. So watch, let me just do this again. Watch, basically we're going to be aggregating video content because we know mostly we are relying on our Facebook feeds or social media, and whatever our friends randomly post. So with watch, we'll be sourcing content from people. People will be able to submit content to us, and we'll also be curating progressive related content across all the movements, whether it's social justice, whether it's climate related, whether it's Dakota Access Pipeline, whether it's to do with the candidates. And as you know, we are all voracious consumers of content. And so instead of having to rely on what randomly comes up in your feed, we're going to have one-stop shopping for where you can just crack out on progressive content all day. And what I think is pretty interesting about this is that not only is this going to be your Netflix for progressive content and live streams, but also each of the buttons, when you click on a video, you watch it, you watch a new thing, whether it's on police brutality, whatever it is, the Dakota Access Pipeline. But what it's going to do is it's going to give you a call to action. So with a click of a button below that, you'll be able to call the Army Corps of Engineers. You'll be able to call the White House. You'll be able to call your congressperson. So starting with that, with the low-hanging fruit, and with some of the other, then moving on to
Jay, the slides are not moving. Just in case you don't know.
They're not. Can you see it?
We can see the curate the narrative part.
You can. Okay. Let me try that again. Sorry about that. Thanks for letting me know. Let's see if we can try this.
I think you're at the watch part, right?
What's that?
I think you're at the watch. There you go.
Did you see watch?
No.
We only saw the slide that said curate the narrative,
organize
the organizers.
How about that? Can you see that?
Could you do it one more time?
We see your face right now.
Can you see watch?
Oh.
All right. Let's try this one more time. Share screen. I want you guys to see it.
So, yeah.
All right, try this one more time.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
We see watch.
Can you press from? Yeah, we're not seeing anything. Could you just use the current window?
Current from? Yep, I can.
Yeah, that's fine. Like that window's fine.
You can see that? Okay, great.
Like not full screen. It's good. Yeah.
You can see that? Okay, great. So essentially, here's like the watch feature is going to be, Netflix for your progressive content. And when you click one of these videos, there's going to be a call to action for that. So, you can just spend hours watching progressive content. Well, also going to be ways for people to contribute content. So if you're in your Facebook feed, you can actually send us videos and, you can really feel like you're participating, and you will be. Next, will it be the same for the read function, which will be aggregating all of the relevant blog content. So this is really a news and information hub where you won't be relying on your friend's feed to randomly see what's coming up. You're going to see everything happening on the daily. Same with discuss. Then you'll be able to go into your subreddit threads, discuss, and go a little deeper. Next, going down to attend and utilizing the Bernie Sanders, maps, like some of the technology that's already built. And so you can say, not just for people who are currently interested in the political revolution, but this is also the onboarding process for other people that may be interested in what's happening with the movement. So this will allow people to then find out what's going on in their area, maybe an attended event. Then going down to the next bucket, which will be volunteering. And volunteering is going to allow you to see all of the different movements. So it's like this political revolution what is it? And you'll be able to, with the touch of a button, see here's brand new Congress, here's climate revolution, here's brand new Congress, Democracy Spring. Here's what's going on with Black Lives Matter. Maybe even People for Bernie. Our revolution. Whatever it is, and people will be able to find volunteer opportunities within that. Could be virtual things as well. And then lastly, this is the part that I'm really excited about. This is the organize. So moving back to the main things we get to do as a movement now, which is number one, curate the narrative. And essentially we'll be doing what, Podesta and the establishment does with CNN and Washington Post, except we will be aggregating our news sources. What's a little different about this as well is currently within the Avenger space, we are, Jordan, Jimmy Dore, these guys are part of the Avengers. Lee Camp, so we have been working with the progressive media directly, as well as progressive blog outlets. So the second part of that is continuing to bring together all of these movement leaders. The genius of the Bernie Sanders campaign, in my estimation, was he brought together the most stunning community of activists I've ever seen in my life, and they're still going. Yourselves included, Prog Code and everyone else included. It's happening right now. So this is also the organize feature is going to allow us to create a secret online community, which has lots of privacy functions, where it's going to be a way that we can create community and organizing tools for organizers. So basically, if I want to connect with D-Ray from BLM, or I want to connect with some of the badasses from People for Bernie, we'll be able to, there'll be sort of the super team of organizers. And then ultimately, we want to be able to have a portal for people who, rising talent, to come in and join in those efforts. So, and then ultimately we get to also message the movement. So whenever there is a call to action, there'll be organizing tools to amplify social media, amplify email databases. So essentially we become like an octopus or the blob. In what took a couple months for Dakota Access Pipeline, we should be able to achieve in a couple days, which I believe is going to be really exciting. So we're really excited about all of this. I'm gonna stop sharing that. And ultimately what we're looking for right now is we're a lead coder right now. So we're hoping for someone to come on board and help us figure out what the language is. We're hoping everyone will join the Slack to further discuss. And then we're gonna have a follow-up webinar with some of our surprise surrogates. So you'll be able to connect with that. Hopefully this is also going to be a way, and I just want to put this as a blanket offer. If you also have things like we came in and helped Laksh a little bit with Grassroots PB and supporting Tim Canova. But just as a general offer, please let us know. And because a lot of the surrogates have phenomenal social media following. So, one tweet can get the word out on your app, and we just we'd love to help support you in any way possible. But hopefully this is also going to be a very valuable tool for people to get all of these apps out to the organizers and people in the movement. So I want to thank all of you, and I'm really honored to connect with all of you, and I'm going to throw it over to Michael Sue in Los Angeles, in Bernie's Diner.